Love sports? Love culture? Well, I've got a brand new podcast called Take Line from Crooked Media, hosted by me, Jason Concepcion, and two-time WNBA champion Renee Montgomery. From the games to the players to the issues happening both on and off the court, we'll be tackling the important political and social issues happening in sports head on. New episodes drop every Tuesday, so follow and subscribe on radio.com, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's our loud and local band of the week. This week, it's the Sharp Teeth. Our loud and local band of the week this week is the Sharp Teeth. You want more info about where they're playing, how you can get their music?
You can see them at the Victory Lounge on Friday, September 26th. Also this Sunday, they put out their debut record. It's called Familiar, and they're going to be on Loud and Local with Kevin Deers, playing some of the songs off of that record this Sunday night.
That is really cool. And that's right, every Sunday night, Kevin and the boys, man, they do Loud and Local, and it's 2 hours of all local music. Sunday nights at 10 o'clock right here on The Rock. You'll hear great bands, especially this Sunday, the Sharp Teeth. Friday, everybody.
We made it, buddy.
We made it. This is going to be a great weekend, man.
Is it?
Because really Monday is kind of like an unofficial day off because the Hawks are playing on Monday.
It's not a day off. You still got to go into work.
Your mind is in day off mode. No,
it's not. It's Monday. It's after the weekend, and it sucks.
You're not a football fan, so you don't care. But
right.
I'm
a huge football fan. I'm not excited about Monday. I'm excited about Monday night.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. But Monday goes quicker for me when I know I got Monday Night Football. That's what I'm saying.
When I'm excited for something, it goes by slower.
Yeah. It's like Christmas Eve. Takes forever to get to Christmas.
Oh, dude, but the last day you got to work before Christmas Eve, dude, no one does anything. Everyone's in a great mood. Blue Mondays are awesome, man.
Sunday won't suck as much because I'll be like, oh, cool, tomorrow's going to be a Hawks game.
And by the way, you still get to watch plenty of football on Sunday. I mean, just because the Hawks aren't playing.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Red was pumped.
That is totally what I am going to do.
So you don't have to participate in our joy because you're Mr. Misery. What do you want me to say?
This is coming from BJ. I'm Mr. Misery.
Yeah, you are.
Wow.
Real recognizes real.
That's right. That's right.
It's just kind of how it is. I'm excited. I might be going to one of that Cirque du Soleil Volta tomorrow.
Oh, really? Dude, I heard that's insane.
Where's that at?
in Redmond.
Oh, cool.
But they always set it up right by Merriamore Park.
Okay, yeah.
I heard that's the fiery one, right?
I don't know, but I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
Volta. I should look that up.
It seems like it would be like electricity.
Yeah, well, I've seen at least the images I've seen of this. I haven't seen it, but I've seen. And look, you may think we're weird, but Cirque du Soleil shows are amazing. If you go to Vegas and you don't see a couple, you're out of your mind because they're just so amazing.
They're the best.
Yeah, and I love that they bring them here too. Yeah, I'm jealous, man. I'm not usually jealous of you for any other reason, but Cirque du Soleil is legit.
That is awesome. Let's get to our contestant today to play some beat migs. We got Jamie in Ocean Park. Jamie, are you there, sir?
I'm here.
Excellent. What's he playing for today, Steve?
Tickets to see Rides Against, along with AFI and Anti-Flag. They're going to be over at the WAMU Theater on September 24th. Go to KISW.com for all the details. If you want tickets, you can get them now. Ticketmaster.com.
All right, Steve, get out of here.
Today's Blue Friday, and some of us are wearing Seahawks stuff, and I just realized that Uncle Chris is wearing a jersey that I when we were moving studios and we had to purge a bunch of stuff, I threw that jersey away.
He got it. That's his Blue Friday jersey.
Gigantic on him.
I know. That's why I got rid of it, because it's like a XXX.
It's a dress on him.
It's a Grant Widstrom jersey that's already faded.
He is a hoarder. He's a looter. He's a scavenger. I mean,
See, where's my Mariners cap that I threw away as well?
That is so funny because I still have two jerseys from you, Steve, that you gave me. I've got the Deion Grant and I've got the Matt Hasselbeck.
Nice.
Yeah. Those are just the hand-me-downs from Steve.
I got too many jerseys. That's the problem. Yeah. And a lot of them don't fit anymore.
I
know, right? Tough life.
All right, Steve, get out of here. Get out. For those playing at home, Jamie will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Jamie, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Jaundice turns one's skin and sometimes the whites of the eyes what color?
Yellow.
Yes. Chubby Checker popularized which dance?
The twist.
Yes. What is the largest island in the Indian Ocean?
Pass.
Which Wham song was covered by Seether in 2009?
Pass.
Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash are characters from what animated franchise?
Pokemon.
No.
Pass.
What is the number 3.14 known as?
Pi.
Yes. In what movie did Eddie Murphy swap identities with Dan Aykroyd?
Oh, I know that one.
You can do it.
Oh, shoot. Trading Places?
Yes. Who wrote How the Grinch Stole Christmas?
Pass.
Which star of Dawson's Creek was once married to Tom Cruise?
Pass.
1, 2, 3, 4, correct.
I think the early morning streak is done.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, he'll win this one.
Well, maybe Steve's got Seahawk or football brain or Cirque du Soleil brain or maybe he's not in his game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cirque du
Soleil.
Cirque du Soleil.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
Cirque du Cedo.
I've stopped talking or even listening to that genius over there.
Oh man, if this is all it takes to get you to stop talking, what have I been doing for the last 12 years?
That's a good question. I'm trying to figure that. What have we been doing? Because we hired you and kept you on board.
Yeah, right? Hey, Steve.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Winning this one today. The streak ends today.
Ooh.
Calling it.
Jaundice turns one's skin and sometimes
Yellow.
the whites of their eyes what color? Yes.
Yellow.
Chubby Checker popularized which dance?
Do the twist.
He just did
twist.
it.
Wow.
Yes. What is the largest island in the Indian Ocean?
I don't know. Indian Island?
No.
Hawaii?
No.
The Isle of India.
No. Which Wham song was covered by Seether in 2009?
Careless Whisper.
Yes. Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash are characters from which animated franchise? You can do it. Say it.
That's such a great name, but it's My Little Pony.
Yes. What number is 3.14 known as?
Pie.
Yes.
Pinkie Pie.
In what movie does Eddie Murphy swap identities with Dan Aykroyd?
Oh, I can't see my legs. Trading Places.
Yes.
$1.
Who wrote How the Grinch Stole Christmas?
The Dr. Seuss?
Yes. Which star of Dawson's Creek was once married to Tom Cruise?
James Vanderbeek.
No.
Kate Winslow.
No. Kate Winslow.
Kate Hudson.
No.
I love Kate Winslow.
Katie Couric.
And Katie Couric was fantastic in Dawson's Creek.
It was
Winslet?
No.
You know what, Steve? You ought to go back to your house to figure this out.
Kate Puyallup?
Jesus.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You win, Steve. 7-4.
Yeah. Sorry, Jamie.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right. Hey, Steve, you know what? If you were like Oprah, you'd have multiple of these.
Katie Carr?
And you're not. I mean, what you're trying to do there, BJ, isn't necessarily working.
Yeah, it isn't.
I mean, I'm like, I would say more along the lines as you're no Sherlock.
Oh, that would
Kate
work.
Hudson.
You know, Sherlock Hudson.
Sherlock's last name is Hudson.
Good call, Rev. That's better. It's still not working for him.
Kate.
This is great.
You're no Sherlock.
Kate S-word?
No. What is Sherlock's last name?
Sherlock. I thought Sherlock was his last name.
Okay.
Wow. Sherlock.
You don't know his last name?
No.
This is great.
What? Everybody knows Sherlock.
I thought Sherlock's last name was Sherlock. Kate Watson.
Everybody on
Sherlock
the show,
Watson.
even my daughter, who doesn't know anything, knows this.
Katie.
Oh my
Katie.
God! No, not the Katie. I'm mad at the Sherlock at this point.
It's starting to hurt.
He doesn't know the last name. They had movies with his name.
I almost don't want to say anything and have this be a question on Monday.
Dude, what was the name of the movie?
No, I'll Google it.
It was
as soon as we're
Sherlock
done. Holmes. Katie Holmes.
There you go.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
No, you're not. No. He did win. No, he doesn't deserve this.
He won, so he still gets his song, even though he's a idiot savant.
No, you're not the greatest.
I had a brain fart.
Yeah,
you guys have never had brain farts.
That was more than a brain fart.
Yeah.
You had brain constipation there.
I clearly knew who she was.
Yeah. No, it wasn't about her. You didn't know who Sherlock's.
I forgot Sherlock Holmes. Come on, man. Cut me some slack. There's only so much information this brain can hold.
I know. Now that we just put that in there, something else just got pushed out.
Right. Now I don't know where I live.
I feel like I've never met a human being that did not know that Sherlock Holmes was his name.
now. I forgot.
It
was like a double brain fart. Everything fell apart.
I think there are certain things in life you never forget. I would just assume everybody knows Sherlock
you're
Holmes.
a nerd. That's why.
It's September 11th and Sherlock Holmes. Those are the two things we never forget.
Never forget, yeah. And you don't have to be a nerd to know who Sherlock Holmes is. He's an iconic character in our history as far as literary stuff.
I can't wait for you to have a brain fart, and I'm going to treat you the same way that you're treating me.
If it's on the level of Sherlock Holmes, you'll get to rag me. I just think everybody knows Sherlock and Holmes.
Someone says you should have used the clue John Holmes. See,
you would have totally
he's
got
right.
now.
Steve would have got that
you know
one.
how Steve likes the big dong.
Yeah, he's right.
If you said John,
You would've got
adult
it.
film star, I would have said Holmes.
You're absolutely right. I can't argue with that.
What's the largest island in the Indian Ocean?
Sherlock.
Yeah.
No, it's Madagascar.
Is it us? Oh, well, I guess it's not Australia.
No, it's Madagascar.
Thanks. What's the largest island? I'll answer that question. Thanks for asking.
No problem. Congratulations, Steve. You won with 7 correct.
Yeah,
the greatest
well,
in the world.
Yeah, you're not the caller number 7. Check it out. Rise Against the Machine. That's happened to you.
What band is that?
What I said? Oh, I said it again.
Rise Against the Machine.
Rise Against.
Oh
yeah.
my God!
Yeah.
I can't believe you're so stupid.
Wow.
You don't even a rock station, and you don't even know Rage Against the Machine or Rise Against.
Yeah, you know who's opening up for him? Sherlock Holmes.
My gosh, how can
Rise
you be so
Against
stupid?
at the WAMU Theater, and yeah, you're right.
Some things you just should never forget.
You're right. I'll never forget Rise Against the Machine. Great band. Caller number 7, you got it. Those Rise Against tickets are yours, and Sherlock Holmes is opening up. 206. No, 206-421-ROCK. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. You just
That was just for us as performers on the radio.
Oh, yeah, we don't deserve it either. Hey, there's a video game that's actually causing people to get divorced. Oh, yeah. What game is it? You may know, but if you don't, I'll tell you. It's 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. According to a law firm in England, the video game Fortnite and other addictive video games are now cited as one of the causes for splitting up in 5% of divorce cases. Oh, my. Look at you.
This is the Fortnite thing.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe you played. You don't play, do you?
What's that? No, I remember I tried to download on my phone, but I had too much. I didn't have enough space.
Yeah, you were done.
So I said, screw it.
I can't imagine you ever playing a game like this.
Why? It seems like fun. They say there's a battle royal in it, and I love wrestling.
It's not that kind of battle royal.
Not that kind, man.
It's a first-person shooter, right, Rev?
First or third, but yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, essentially it's the same thing.
Yeah, because you can see your body in a third person.
Yeah.
Deep,
bro.
I played Halo.
Congratulations. How long did you play Halo? I am so shocked because that is a third-person shooter.
That was forever ago.
Yeah.
When it first came out.
Actually, Halo's a first-person shooter.
First person.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Mass Effect. Mass Effect is third-person.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
You don't know Mass Effect?
Yeah, that's an RPG. We're getting off topic on that.
Oh, you are? All right, never mind. I'm an idiot. Maybe it wasn't.
You're thinking like Gears of War. Gears of War is the third person.
Yeah, you're right. I'm totally out of my mind. All right, yes.
Nobody's getting divorced from WWE 2K17, are they, boys?
Nobody's getting divorced from that yet. No, it's interesting. I bet somebody's addicted to that game, but you're not addicted to anything. You don't give anything a whole lot of time.
No, I get excited. I get addicted for a day.
Yeah.
And then I quickly go to rehab and forget I even own it.
Yeah, so that'll never be a problem in your relationship. But look, I do know, man. I have a personality. I call it obsessive. See, addictive and obsessive, I think, get confused a lot.
Sure,
and I
can see that.
And I think people can get obsessed with a video game.
Oh gosh, I do all the time.
But I mean, addiction. I mean, if you're still paying your bills and your relationship can end for a lot of reasons. And I just don't think you can call it addicted to a video game. I think your relationship could be just messed up in general.
I always take whenever someone says I'm addicted to blank, and I take it with a grain of salt because I know that's just kind of like it's more of just of a fun term to use. But I mean, honestly, unless you're like doing a certain sex act in the middle of a men's bathroom at some gas station for that, I don't know if it's really an addiction.
Yeah. What's so wrong with that?
Okay, well, you do that for fun.
Yeah, come on. I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, it's like an addiction is like alcohol or drugs or something that you physically can't stop doing. I don't view video games as being an addiction, but like you said, it's definitely an obsession.
Yeah, and they are trying to put that addiction label on this kind of thing. And the fact that these lawyers are now in England saying, yeah, guess what? People who are addicted to these video games make up a small percentage of our divorces now. We don't have any stats in America, but people are thinking they could be similar as far as I could see being obsessed with a video game causing a relationship to end. That I definitely can see that being.
I see that a lot on Facebook. It seems like people complaining about their significant other. Oh, he's playing video games again.
Yeah. So whether it's an addiction or obsession, bottom line is, yeah, it can be a problem for some people.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
And in England, responsible for 5% of divorces. So based on this, we want to know, what was the oddest reason behind a relationship ending for you? Because that is odd. I don't care what anybody says. You ended your relationship because he played Fortnite. Wow. That's really, to me, it's like you ended this relationship because he watches It's Always Sunny too much. You know what I mean? It's just like, he calls me Bird. He calls me Bird all the time, and I don't like it. That's why I ended it with him. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What is the oddest reason behind a relationship ending for you? Your calls, your texts after the Pumpkins on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Fortnite and other addictive video games are responsible for 5% of divorces. Based on this, what is the oddest reason behind a relationship ending for you? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
One of the texts says, when I was 19, my 18-year-old girlfriend left me for a 42-year-old man.
Whoa! Look at this.
I found it too odd to even try to win her back.
Wow, Steve, don't you feel bad about that?
Oh, it's a joke.
Hey, ooh, someone took that a little harsh there.
Hey, someone he needed the money.
You got the jokes about me being old and my woman being young, huh?
That's what it is. Hey,
you guys all got it before me. I was like, what?
Oh yeah. Do you understand? I mean, do you understand?
Because Danny doesn't think it's weird. No, that's why Danny is cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
and that's the last time I'm going to say that because he's on my side.
I didn't say it's weird. I just point out the fact there is a gigantic age difference between you and your wife. It's just it's like a chasm. Like if we had to jump it, we would never survive.
It's really not that big of a deal.
I get it. To me.
Indeed we do. I had a slight stroke when I was trying to talk to you. I'm sorry.
Oh, hey.
Dude, I had a guy break up with me because I later found out because I was too scheduled.
Oh, he thought you were too scheduled.
Mm-hmm. Because he'd be going into work like 30 minutes to an hour after I'd get off. So I'd say, hey, you know what? Let's plan for these days that you work these days. I'll come pick you up. I'll take you to work because he'd ride the bus. And that way we can hang out, get coffee. And that was it. Every week I'd kind of plan out days we could hang out or times we could see each other because we couldn't see each other often. And that was too much for him.
It was too much for him, man.
It's like, I'm a busy girl, dude. If you want to see me, then put a little effort.
Yeah, but some people like that spontaneous nature. Like, hey, let's go do something. And if you're just like, nope, not doing it.
Well, I would love for that to happen, but when you have opposite schedules, what are you going to do?
No, I get it.
But that's where, to me, that's opposites attract. I think the mistake we make in the dating business is we try to find somebody who's just like us, which is what all the dating apps do. And I really believe in the opposites attract thing. Of course, it's happened for me. My wife is nothing like me. I'm the scheduled one, Vicky, and she's the one that doesn't want to schedule. And the mixture, like Steve says, once in a while, she'll go, look, we're going to do something with no schedule. I'm like, all right, you know what? I got to come to your side once in a while. But then she comes to my side and goes, yeah, but you know what? We should schedule some things.
Right.
That's what negotiations are for. This guy's just like, I'm out.
It's like, okay, like, well, let's do something spontaneous. You pick something to do. Like, I don't want to have to be this, but otherwise we'd never see each other.
Oh, I mean, imagine Steve if he was with somebody who was like him. Forget about it.
Me? Oh my gosh.
Oh, God.
The house would smell.
Oh, yeah.
We'd never get anything done.
Oh, it would be horrible.
But we'd watch a lot of wrestling.
Yeah, you would.
Wait, I am watching a lot of wrestling. It's already there.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
like my obsession. I give my wife always jokes because when we first started dating, I was talking about something about wrestling. I think there was like a WWE event coming, and she's like, "Oh, you like wrestling?" I'm like, "Yeah, I like it. It's all right. I'm kind of a fan of it, because I didn't want to be like I'm obsessed with it.
Kind of a fan of it. There's the first lie in the relationship.
Well, what
right
do you say?
there.
In the beginning, you start dating. I watch it all the time. I don't watch anything else but two men in underwear that are oiled up, putting each other in headlocks.
I just wish I could have been there for that conversation, so I could have given the biggest eye roll in the history of eye rolls. When she said, "Do you like wrestling?" Oh yeah, I kind of like it. I would have been like, my eyes would have been all the way rolling back in my head and coming back the other side.
Well, I felt like I'd be a little too aggressive if I told her how much of a fan I am. It's all I watch.
Yeah,
from the minute I wake up to the minute I go to bed.
Yeah, I take my vitamins, brother.
Men with shaved armpits. That's my life, brother.
The sad thing is, that's it. That's the sad thing. That's who you are,
right?
Though you really did a good job of camouflaging that.
Yeah,
you really did.
Rather quickly, she realized that every time she would see me, every time she came home, there was nothing on but wrestling. But fortunately, I'm able to shut it down when I need to.
That's why everybody should multiply whatever people say in first relationships by 3. If you have a suspicion that, hey, do you really like that? Oh, no, not really. Well, how much do you do it? Multiply it by 3 at least.
Mine was, I think I was just being way too picky back in the day. And I just look for any reason. Sometimes you just look for any reason to be done with someone. And I was having dinner with this girl I was dating a couple times. And she kept referring to the food as yummy. And it was really, like, she kept using yummy and tummy.
Oh.
And I was like, what? And like,
that baby talk stuff.
Yeah.
Brad loves that.
Done. Mm-hmm. Finally, I just shut it down.
You had to shut her down?
That was the reason. There was no other issue with her other than she kept talking like she was 14.
Yeah.
Or actually younger than that. Like she was 10.
And some people dig that. Isn't it funny, like some quirks that people have dig that? I mean, my wife, I can't believe that because I told a grandmother joke and the woman and my date's grandmother just died. And my wife thought that was hysterical while she was with another dude. She was like, oh, I love this guy. And I didn't know that's what charmed her. She told me later, you know what really got me is when you told that grandmother joke to my friend whose grandmother just died. And I go, wow, you've got a really sick sense of humor. She goes, yeah, I was dying on the inside. It was hysterical. And then we're together. How about that, Steve? And it's yummy. Let's go to Taylor in your tummy. In my tummy. Taylor, you're on the rock.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Not too bad. Sounds like you got a car full over there.
I do.
Yeah.
How many just turned 2.
How many kids you got in there?
1.
Oh.
Which is loud.
Oh. All right, Taylor. So how about you? What is the oddest reason behind a relationship ending for you?
So, a little ironic because I think the last story was actually about me because my husband now is actually 19 years older than I am.
Whoa, there we go.
That a girl.
Hey, that is yeah, Steve. Yeah, okay. All right, so Steve approves.
So, Steve, I have a question for you. How big is the age difference between you guys?
12 years.
12 years?
How about you, Taylor?
I got you beat, man. I got you beat.
How many?
19.
Woo! Yeah, baby.
She just said that.
Oh, I totally forgot.
It was literally 30 seconds ago.
I totally forgot.
Even on the little screen right in front of you.
Oh, yeah, there it is. 19 years.
With a guy 19 years older than her.
Totally forgot.
How often do you guys have those moments where there is a noticeable age difference, like something like a pop culture reference or whatever it may be? Are there many times of that for you guys?
Not a ton, actually, because I really don't pay attention, so I'm the dumb one.
Oh, look at that. That's okay. Well, that's Steve and his relationship.
I'm the dumb one as well. You're right.
Yeah. So Taylor, you don't find a generation gap because that's a lot of years. That really is a lot of years. I mean, 12 years with Steve and his wife. Not that. I mean, there's still things they can relate to.
What's 7 more years, BJ?
Dude, 20 years. It's almost. I mean, 19. That's a lot of years, man. I think about that.
There is a lot of years.
I think seriously. You're 19 years old. You're really formulated, like you've done, and then there's a baby. Like you're 19. There's a baby. That's going to be your husband or wife. That's really trippy if you think about it.
Well, that's weird when people say it that way.
Well, no, I'm just saying that's how many years are separated.
I mean, it's not like he was like when she was first born. It's like, I'll see you in 18 years.
Yeah,
right?
Really, I don't know. Maybe he's like, I got my eye on you, kid.
That is just a weird way to think. But I understand what you're saying. Yeah, but it's a weird way to think.
It's a very weird way to think, but that's a lot of years difference. 20 years, man. And you guys get along? Are you like an old soul and he's a young soul, or I mean, how is it? Yeah.
Yeah. So, first thing that I have to say is age is just a number, and yes, I think the perspective on it can be really skewed. So when you look at something like that, yeah, like, okay, you were 19, she was a baby, which I have heard before several times. But it's also about, you can't control who you fall in love with. You can't control, who you care for or who you get along with, or who you can have those conversations with.
See, I love to hear that, Taylor. That's good stuff because, what does it matter? I mean,
right, they treat you well. You guys have a good time together. Really, that's all that boils down to.
Yeah, and that's the worry I had was like with such a generation, with such a bunch of years between you, would you be able to have a good time together? And you answered yes. And of course, if you dig each other, then who's to tell you? I mean, there are a lot of people that are closer in age that have horrible relationships. So go for it, man.
Amen. Exactly.
I have an important question, though, Taylor. How many years difference between you and your husband? So, Taylor, what is the oddest reason for a relationship ending for you? Because obviously it's not this one.
So, actually, that last text that came in, and that's why I called, because I think it's kind of funny.
Oh, you think so? You really do believe that's what you're the one that ended with that text?
I think so, and it may be just some other person, but I actually do think, and the reason that I actually broke up with my previous boyfriend was because he wasn't quite adventurous enough, and he preferred everything to stay within the bedroom, and that's...
Oh, adventurous in the lovemaking department.
Yeah.
Oh, so Taylor,
we're learning stuff about Taylor, aren't we?
And we're learning stuff about your husband, apparently, as well, Taylor. Yep, Taylor, she's mum on that one now. She realized, oh man, I just gave out the launch codes. Uh-oh.
Taylor, was it because you were into certain things that he wasn't into?
It wasn't that I was into certain things that he wasn't into. It was that he wouldn't even allow that to be an idea. Oh. Controlling.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, at least give it the college go every once in a while, right?
Yeah, you got to be compatible.
There's one thing. I mean, I'm not giving the college go, and that's just.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. Steve, there's a certain highway that Steve will never travel.
I'm not very retentive, if you know what I mean.
No, he's not.
Wow.
Yeah, you'll never. Yeah, I'll tell you this. Steve will never go to Hershey, Pennsylvania. It'll never happen. Yeah, and Steve and I have had this conversation. I said, look, I've been to Hershey, Pennsylvania. It's the only way to get to see how the candy's made.
Wow.
It's a great place.
Wow,
it's a great place. Why would it's a great place.
I was craving a candy bar, and I'm not anymore.
Passing now.
I want to go home.
Not that we need to know this about Taylor, but I bet Taylor probably one of the things she might go to Hershey once in a while. You never know.
Don't group me in there. I have never.
Oh wow!
Atta girl, Taylor.
So just because you like being choked doesn't mean you want to go to Pennsylvania.
Right.
So, but you know what?
Yeah, I know my girls.
I have been accused of being vanilla on this show by a few people.
That doesn't mean you have to go all the way straight to chocolate.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Wow. Guys, that's not that crazy.
But it's not the be-all, end-all.
Well, look at as they say in the business, do not knock it until you try it. And by the way, Victoria, I am surprised.
I also know I don't like eating human beings. I don't need to try it to figure that out.
Why do we have to escalate from something that's really kind of cool and some people dig to the fact that we're all cannibals? Wow, how do we go there?
I put it on the same level.
Wow,
personally,
I didn't realize that Hannibal was on the show today.
Yeah, there we go. I appreciate the call, Taylor. I think Taylor's just realizing she gave up too much info and will not give up any more info.
No, I just think that she's not into that kind of stuff.
All right.
Just because you're into some kinky things doesn't mean you're into all the kinky things.
Well, guess who can't call me vanilla anymore? Now I think you're very vanilla, Vicky. That's all I'm going to say.
Because you think I haven't done that? I've done that plenty.
No, it's not that you haven't done it.
Where are we? What are we doing?
Danny, can I go home with you?
Yes.
We could listen to Good Charlotte. I'm totally fine with that.
Thank you.
I know they have a new record coming out. It's fine.
Yeah.
We'll listen to it all day.
You like the Good Charlotte?
I'm willing to get out of this whole conversation.
Plus, I want to cry. Why do you want to cry? Vicky loves to go. She
I
loves
love chocolate.
She loves Hershey's Kisses. What are you talking about?
Done.
Yeah, there you go.
Chocolate City.
That's what it's all about, baby.
Take it out of Chocolate City.
Oh, man. All right. I have a question for you, and it has nothing to do with the age difference of the husband, has nothing to do with Hershey, Pennsylvania. It has to do with music. What I want to know is how you listen to music. Can it determine if you are a good person or not? Yeah. The way you listen to music, does that determine that? I will tell you at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. I owe a lot of back taxes. Can bankruptcy help me?
Bankruptcy can discharge back taxes under certain circumstances. Some types of taxes are never dischargeable, like if you have taxes from an employee, if you ran a business and didn't pay employee taxes or sales taxes. Those types of taxes cannot be discharged in bankruptcy. However, most people don't have those kind of taxes. Most people have just regular income taxes. If you owe income taxes and you filed your tax returns but just weren't able to pay the taxes, if the taxes are more than 3 years old and you filed the tax returns, those types of taxes can be discharged in bankruptcy in most circumstances, especially through a Chapter 13 case.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Love sports? Love culture? Well, I've got a brand new podcast called Take Line from Crooked Media, hosted by me, Jason Concepcion, and two-time WNBA champion Renee Montgomery. From the games to the players to the issues happening both on and off the court, we'll be tackling the important political and social issues happening in sports head on. New episodes drop every Tuesday, so follow and subscribe on radio.com, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.